one of the reasons why we started this bridge is because we recognize that inequality is rampant in this country. And so here we are saying that our communities can take care of each other and we can survive by helping each other.
Here's a mutual aid initiative that got us in our feels this week. See how community fridges are helping people in New York City and beyond amid COVID-19. Aditi Varshney is a grad student in NYC working as part of a greater collective to uplift her community through the concept of mutual aid. Aditi, or Adi for short, joined the initiative in June and hasn't looked back since.
The network of community fridges in New York City had about 10 fridges when I first heard about it. Anyone who needs food can take food. This is solidarity, not charity. Anyone can be hungry, whether it's on a long-term basis, whether it's on a weekly basis. The fact of the matter is that the majority of us are a whole lot closer to being hungry than we are to being, millionaires. We kind of see this as like we're all in this together, both now and long after this crisis is over, and anyone who needs food at any time. They don't have to be likable or what is conventionally considered deserving of help. Everyone deserves food because food is a basic human right.
New York isn't the only city benefiting from this movement. Fridges have been popping up across the country, which are led by local volunteers. Adi helps to run the Instagram page for the community fridge in Uptown Manhattan, maintain the fridge, and work to obtain new volunteers and local donations.
I think this has really driven home what it means to practice mutual aid, which has been kind of a buzzword recently. We don't see poverty as an individual problem. We see it as a societal problem that it's up to society to address. More than 1/3 of people in this neighborhood are food insecure. But meanwhile, there are 1 million millionaires in New York City. New Yorkers aren't going hungry because of personal failure. They're going hungry because there's this social and economic system designed to benefit the few at the expense of the many. I'm doing this out of love for this community that I have moved to, as an immigrant, but also out of a desire to see justice and to see those systems which are allowing people to go hungry in the first place completely transformed.
If you're wondering how you can start something similar in your area, Adi shares a few tips to help you get started.
First, find a group of people, doesn't have to be a big group, it can be a small group, who are willing to put in the work with you. And then you're going to want to find a business or someone who has a house on the first floor of a building to offer an outlet for the fridge so you can use their electricity. We looked through different places to find a free or low-cost fridge. Somebody from the citywide network helped us do that and drop it off. We started stocking it and then found an artist to paint it, set up a social media account, and donations just really started flowing in from there.
The community fridges have also been able to help undocumented immigrants that are afraid to seek government help.
Having something that is like zero bureaucracy, zero paperwork as a way to get food, I think is really important, especially for this community and many others like it in New York. We have a lot of Russian immigrants, a lot of Hebrew-speaking people who moved here after the Holocaust. This is definitely a community of immigrants. I can tell that a lot of people who use it are, Spanish-speaking as a first language, but I think, by virtue of it serving this community is very much serving the immigrant community here.
Adi shares how gratifying it's been to help people that live uptown in Manhattan.
I think this has given me a lot of hope in believing that things really can change. There are so many people out there who want to see the same changes that I want to see, but also are down to get out there and make changes. Increasing inequality and climate change are only going to get more common, and having the existing infrastructure and people and volunteers and places, all of that, to make sure that we're okay, that we're all good, that's going to become increasingly important. So I hope that this is something that serves that purpose and is here to stay. I'm grateful for other people who feel fired up about injustice and feel compelled to work with each other to create real change. And I'm grateful for people who are willing to listen and to learn and to sort of take up arms themselves in building a better world.